Breaking tonight in just hours, Alex Murdaugh will go back on the stand for more cross-examination in his double murder trial. Murdaugh spent much of today testifying in his own defense, and it appears his strategy is to say that he is guilty of everything except killing his wife and son. Now for some legal analysis on the Murdaugh trial, let's bring in criminal defense attorney Vikas Bajaj. I don't know if you watched today, Vic, but boy, I did. It was riveting. And what I found interesting is that the strategy, and I was talking with Kevin about that a short time ago, which is that he was saying, look, I'm guilty of everything except for killing my wife and son. What do you think about that strategy, Vic?
It was the right strategy beyond any stretch of the imagination or beyond debate in my mind. And the reason for that is you want to take the sting out of the prosecution's upcoming cross-examination. And I think he did a wonderful job of it. Yes, the facts aren't good as to what he had to admit to, but you know, there might be one juror or two or three on that jury that's going to sympathize with the person who has a debilitating opioid addiction, the paranoia, and just wanting to distance himself with all the illegality that he's involved with from the scene of the murder. I think it was the right choice for the defense. His lawyers may not have liked it, frankly, Trace, but I think it was the right idea. Yeah,
we talked about a few weeks ago that damaging audio on the cell phone video came out, and it was clearly his voice because his best friend and a couple of his best friends said, oh, that is 100% Alex Murdaugh. So when he got on the stand today, he fessed up to that. I want to play this part for you, and we'll talk about the strategy on the other side.
I wasn't thinking clearly. I don't think I was capable of reason. And I lied about being down there. And I'm so sorry that I did.
But you continued lying after that night, did you not?
But once I lied, I continued to lie, yes, sir.
So I lied about it because I had this opioid addiction, Vic. And now he's saying, you know, that opioid addiction is really what caused me to keep on lying, keep on lying. He's asking the jury to really, really reach on that one, at least in my estimation. Your thoughts?
Well, I think you're exactly right, Trace. And let's not forget, okay, he has decades worth of evidence that he continues to lie to people directly in front of them, stealing from them, and he's fessed up to it. So we have a person who's very comfortable lying. So he has to fess up to it. He has to hit that before it has a chance to leave the station and stop it. And he did that in a wonderful job, I thought, today, frankly. It was compelling in front of the jury. Now, the real issue is whether the jury is going to sympathize with him. Do they know anybody who has a debilitating drug addiction? Yep. Do they know anybody who may be a chronic liar? And if they do, they understand that when you lie all the time, it becomes second nature. So again, distancing himself from the scene of the murders is not a surprise when you have somebody that's used to fabricating his statements.
You used the word comfortable there, Vic, and I want to bring you back because, you know, the old adage for defense lawyers is you never put your client on the stand. Well, he took the stand. He's an attorney. I want to play a little more sound of him so we can all kind of see his body language and get a feel for what he was after here, and then we'll finish up. Watch.
My boy's laying face down. And he's done the way he's done. His head was the way his head was. I could see his brain laying on the sidewalk. I didn't know what to do.
I mean, he's emotional. You got to give him that. He's very emotional about this. And if you're the jury and you buy into that, maybe you score a few points. But, you know, the thing going forward is the prosecution gets a chance to cross-examine him tomorrow, and it could get ugly at points.
Well, that's right. And the prosecution already began their cross-examination today. And what it showed me is that having the defendant testify in this case was not a mistake. Now, Trace, you say that generally speaking, defense attorneys do not want their clients to testify. I respectfully disagree with that. I'd say in each one of my acquittals, the jury sympathized with the defendants and my clients who testified. And in this case, that's exactly what he's after. That's why he's talking about Papa and Ro-Ro and the people that would be relatable to that jury. I think he's making the right decision in this case by testifying and actually setting a trap for the prosecution to completely annihilate the credibility by showing the emotion and the disdain that the prosecution has for the defendant.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see what tomorrow brings. Vikas Bajaj, great to have you on. Thank you.
Thank you.